How are you, Mr. Craig?
I'm great.
That's fantastic. Congratulations on the film.
Oh, thank you. Did you get to see it?
Totally enjoyed it.
Oh, good,
Yes,
good. Be honest with me, were you a little skeptical going in?
Well, of course. Who's not, right?
Oh no, I was skeptical going in.
Yeah.
I made the damn thing. So,
Yeah, well, here's the deal. Hustle and Flow, Black Snake Moan, and then
Footloose. Yeah.
Why?
Well, first of all, I'll say this. That I think that we have a skewed version of our memory of Footloose, because Footloose, even though it has the big hair and the tight jeans and the cheesy music and everything. First of all, I loved it. I mean, like as a 13-year-old, it was my movie. I mean, I loved Footloose. But that movie had some hard edge to it. That movie had swearing, had kids drinking and smoking pot, and a relationship ended with a fight. And I think that it was one of those movies that when I was a kid, I was shocked at some of those things. I was scared of some of those things. And I think a lot of that made its way into my movies. I look at Black Snake Moan and I think about Ariel and her father and how she was such a wild child. So I know for some people they were thinking like, well, why is he doing this? But the more, when they see the movie, they see that it actually kind of fits with my other movies.
Right. What's interesting is the story really happened.
Yeah.
Right?
And it did. It was Elmore City, Oklahoma. There was a whole town that had a law on the books that was no dancing, and one of the student body presidents wanted to change it up. And I think that's the thing that got Dean Pitchford, who wrote the screenplay, out to Oklahoma, and he wrote the whole screenplay, wrote all the lyrics to all the songs, and it did happen. But I think even more so, people are always like, can this really happen today? And I think like, yeah, it seems like to me it would happen more today. And I'm even surprised. I mean, I remember back in the 90s, we saw Dirty Dancing, right? And everybody was like, oh, wow, people are kind of grinding up against each other. At least those kids were looking at each other in the eyes. These days, it's all like girls backing up into guys. And I'm thinking like, man, I made Hustle and Flow. And I'm still going like, come on, kids, you can look at each other at least when you dance. I mean, it really is. Grandmothers used to say back in the day, like, dancing's just sex standing up. Well, these days it looks like it.
You know what you're blessed with, though? You're blessed with finding Kenny Wormald. I mean, you almost need an unknown to make this character work, correct?
I totally agree, and I think that's one of the first things when I got the project that I brought to it. It's like when I saw Footloose in 1984, I had not seen Animal House, I'd not seen Diner, I had not met Kevin Bacon. But on that day, when I saw Footloose,
he was the star.
Who is this guy and where has he been? And he's my new favorite actor.
Right.
And I think that that's what some of the experience of Footloose is for a young audience to discover new talent and love them.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. The movie is not a remake. It's really an homage.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for putting all of them in there.
Oh, good.
It's almost paradise.
Oh, well, very nice. I like that. Good clothes. Damn good clothes.